Hi everyone, how are you guys? Welcome back. So tonight class, the karma class, the south node in Leo and the north node in Aquarius, the karma, the tikkun in Aquarius. For those of you out there who are Aquarius or who have a a north node in Aquarius, or have a very big stamp on your chart about Aquarius, this is the class for you. We will talk about the north node Aquarius, the correction, meaning the south node, the past life in Leo. So it's always the opposite sign of the north node of Aquarius, it's Leo. So as I always started, we will start with some facts, with some intro about reincarnation, right? Because the main topic of those classes are really a reincarnation, right? And the past life and how to deal with past life with each node of each sign. So we're achieving one of the last ones of the node, which is the north node Aquarius. So can we prove, again, the odd question and the $1 million question, right? Can we prove reincarnation or disapprove also reincarnation, right? The answer is no. Of course, on a spiritual point of view, energetically point of view, of course we can prove. And we've been, for those of you who follow me from the beginning, I've been giving stories about reincarnation every beginning of those classes. So we have a proof of reincarnation. We have a proof of how big reincarnation is in people's life. And the signs also are big. They are very like the nose in the middle of the face, right? We cannot escape them, those signs, right? So no, on a scientific point of view, usually we cannot prove reincarnation or disapprove reincarnation, right? I doubt that someone will really, a scientist will prove reincarnation very, very much in a scientific point of view. But, there is always a but. I found a book from a scientific point of view and a scientist who wrote a few things, but I just took one thing about children, because my stories a lot were about children, right? About, remember about Jan Stevenson, who has this thing to go after the little kids between 2 to 3 to 4 years old, where the memories of the reincarnation of the past life, they are very vivid, they are very out there still, so they still can grasp all those information and transfer it to us. And he says in this book, which I will give you also the title of the book, he says in this book that young children sometimes report the details of a past life so accurately and so in details that upon checking them, we found that it's completely right. The place, the name, the signs, the stain in the wall, or the position of the bed, or the street where the old house was. All those details, they are so accurate and so vivid that there is no way without reincarnation that they will know those details. And remember, we're talking about children 3-4 years old. They didn't have their whole life yet. They didn't have all those experiences to know everything. And sometimes they know a foreign language or a place that they were never there so precisely that there is no way without reincarnation to understand that. And he wrote that. It's taken from the book, from the scientist. His name is Carl Sagan, S-A-G-A-N, Carl Sagan. And he was an astronomer and a planetary scientist, an astrophysician. And his book, The Demon Haunted World. In this book, you can find a lot of things about reincarnation, right? So, let's go, as I usually do, with the reincarnation story again. So this time, it's about a tulku of Sahara. A tulku, I did my research, a tulku, it's a Tibetan a master, in a way. It says like this: it's a reincarnated custodian of a specific lineage of teachings in Tibetan Buddhism, who is given empowerment and trained from a young age by students of his predecessors. So, in Tibet, there was a monastery, and the name of that monastery was Tse Choling. He had lost his Tulku abbot. They call it abbot or Tulku. His master, his head, right? Spiritual head. In the customs of Buddhism, the solution is not as simple as that. Okay, let's name another abbot, another Tulku, right? Let's find someone who is very spiritual, who's going according to our teaching, and name him as the head of as a Tulku. No, the Tibetan, and particularly this monastery, and this is the custom in Tibetan Buddhism, they wait that the next Tulku will be reincarnated. And they wait that they will have a sign that this young child who reincarnated, he will be their Tulku and their abbot. So, no stranger to those customs. They waited after the last Tulku passed away, they waited for the next one to be reincarnated. Fair enough, not long after, meanwhile, a boy took birth not far away from that place from that village where the monastery was, and soon began the talks of a monastery when he used to live. So those rumors came to the wise people in that monastery. So as the old man there, the wise man said, okay, the master of the Tse Choling monastery heard of the rumors and decided to go and meet the boy who's speaking about a monastery that he used to live there, right? Following the Tibetan custom, he took all the objects belonging to the last Tulku. And he put some of them, more of them, new objects. Everything in the same package, in the same bag, and took a trip to where the little boy were living. And at that time, this little boy was 3 to 4 years old. So we're talking about a really little boy that doesn't know anything about life yet, right? So he went there and he met this little boy. As the costume he opened the bag and put on the floor all the objects, the old ones that belong to the old Tulku and the new ones. The little boy go and took directly and specifically this little bell, so who was broken. So the wise man, the old man, told him, "Why do you took this old bell? You have exactly the same one as a new one. Why don't you take the new one?" So the little boy answered, "Because no, I rather have my old bell." That was the answer of the boy. So the wise man say, "Why do you say, and how do you know it's your old bell?" So the little boy answered, "Because one day it fell down and it got chipped at the rim." And it showed him where the piece was broken and was missing a piece of metal. One of the signs, right? There is no way that this little boy knew that the bell fell down and got chipped, and why he took particularly this bell and not the new one who was shinier and maybe even better, right? So responded the boy out and to show him where the piece was missing. That story was taken from the book. You know, I love to find out all those reincarnation books. And that story taken from the book, The Way of the White Clouds, written by Lama Anagarika Govinda, sorry, not Govinka. Lama Anagarika Govinda. And he goes on to write that that little boy chose specifically all the objects that belonged to the old abbot. And they knew, the wise men knew, that this will be, the abbot was reincarnated, and this will be their next abbot and Tulku. And the monastery of Tse Choling, so recover rightfully his abbot and Tulku. So this is it for the reincarnation story. And we can see, you know, this story needs no explanation. A boy, 3-4 year old, that choose old objects that doesn't appeal to a little boy and doesn't even amuse him or anything, but he chose exactly the object that was belonging to the old abbot, knowing and giving the message, "I am your next one, I am the one, the abbot reincarnated, and continuing my path and doing my work in this world." As I do usually, facts about reincarnation also. everything that happened in our life, every pattern, every sign, everything that we do mistakes or we learn or we don't learn, please be aware of that, because those mainly are signs of reincarnation. They are signs of old pattern. You know, a little boy that's afraid of heights, for example. A little guy, you know, I say a boy, can be a girl, you know, a little human, let's put it like that. Afraid of heights. How do you know that? How do this little human know to be afraid of height? He never went into high places, but this is reincarnation. Those fears are innate in him. You understand? They are part of him. This is why patterns, even sometimes destructive patterns or patterns, negative patterns, they are a way to explain to us habits from past life, from reincarnation, that really we should put attention in that and really make sure to analyze it and to see where we can, you know, arrange that and know the core of the fear and erase that fear and close that pattern of reincarnation. So let's go now to the South Node in Leo, which is the counterpart of the opposite part of the North Node in Aquarius, which is all about our class tonight, right? South Node in Leo. Those people, Leo South Node, represent the struggle between the personal life and the dedication to people. They struggle a lot. Leo is the king, right? It's the one, the sun. It's ruled by the sun. It's me. It's like, I am the one. I am the king. I am the best. Sometimes they do it with a lot of ego. Sometimes they are very genuine. But most of the time, it's very much a struggle between the personal life, like me, and dedication to others and how to help. Some, you know, South Node Leo South Node past life, they're much evolved around themselves. Usually those kind of people that have the South Node in Leo and the North Node in Aquarius, they had a past life when it was all around them. Me, how richer I am, how beautiful I am, how intelligent I am, and how whatever I am, and me. Most of the time it was around themselves and around their ego. They have this tendency to look down on other people and to be condescending. Very much when you see those kind of people, they have. And even if you have it, or even sometimes we don't have it, but please check out, because sometimes we do it even with knowing that we're doing it, no consciousness that we're doing that. We look down at other people and be very condescending. View his power. The South Node Leo and North Node Aquarius, they are very powerful and have a very big will and desire to succeed and to push and to move on. But this view of his power, of the powerful will, is to usually past life, they use this powerful will to obtain his ends and to go for only his goals, not to help others, but unfortunately just to open and for his goal. Great, those kind of people also, they have very much great difficulties in marriage. They very, very much, because of the ego, because of the power that they have, and because of sometimes of the selfishness around this power, so it's very difficult for them to stay, focused and to share in a marriage and in a relationship. And also a lot of difficulty around children also. Really, really tremendous fears around having children. Yes, they can go weeks, months and years with the question, should I have children? Should I not have children? Yes or no? It's good or it's not good? Should I sacrifice my life for that, or I should not sacrifice my life for them? Like all those kind of questions around children. It's like really irrational fears around children. Those people, they have very much tendency to control. South Node Leo, North Node Aquarius, a lot of big tendency to control. These control freaks come from past life, of course, because they want the best, they want to be perfect, they want everyone to talk about them in a perfect way, so they have tendency to control everything. Unfortunately, their own emotion and others' emotion too. Love affairs, they have tendency to have love affairs, secret love affairs, and secret children also out of marriage. That's very how do you say, very out of the box, right? Because in the marriage, in the relationship, they are very much afraid to have children, and can go years to ask if they should have children, but they won't hesitate, if they have children outside of the marriage and outside of a relationship. That's very odd to me, but this is what it is, right? Those people are very, very creative. They have the finest taste for art, particularly for art, because they look beautiful. They want to look beautiful. They want to do beautiful. So they have the finest taste for art and beautiful things and luxury around them. So they put themselves in a lot of tension, a lot of stress around around them. They have, like I say, obscure fears to have children, living the love, living in the limelight, like Leo, right? I am here, look at me. It's not a problem when you use this power to help others, to help the world, to go out there and to help. But when you use it just for yourself, there is no purpose for it. You understand? It doesn't go the right way, and then it becomes selfish and just, me around me, and it won't last forever. Those kind of things. Usually they don't last forever. Difficulty to live without luxury, because they used to live like this in past life. South Node Leo, North Node Aquarius, they used to live a lot of luxury in past life. Usually also those kind of people were related to royalty or to aristocracy. So that's why they can be very condescending, very look down to people, because they used to live in those very high levels of ego, I would say, right? Royalty, aristocracy, lord, all those kind of things, where they used to have a lot of servant, a lot of people, used to live in a palace and have a lot of a team around them to do things for them. So they came back with this lack of what's going on here. Why no one is serving me? Why no one is running after me to do things for me? Why no one is dressing me with my, very beautiful attire and things like that? So they have this feeling, they have those lack from past life, and it's very difficult in this life to get rid of that, right? Always they want to be seen as perfect. There is no way that they could be seen as non-perfect. So that's why they can be control freak. That's why they can be sometimes very, very extreme and very difficult to live with, because they want perfection all the time. And it's putting a lot of stress on themselves and on the partner or people that are around them. The person is dressed to the nines, because they want to be perfect and have an excellent taste of style and impressive, colorful wardrobe. Usually those people have. So let's go to the correction, the North Node Aquarius. This is the class, what is all about tonight, right? Learn to walk lightly. No stress, no tremendous tension, no pressure. I mean, it's very easy to say, because we all live, North Node Aquarius or not, we all live with that stress and that pressure and that tension. But particularly the North Node Aquarius need to walk lightly and to live lightly. If giving the right cause, these people, they can sacrifice everything in their life in order to make that cause possible for the world. But there is one requirement, that they put their own needs on the side. Because if they continue to be selfish and egocentric and look down at people and all kinds of things like that, it will not work. They have this potential to truly, the North Node Aquarius, they have this potential to truly help people in the world, to truly make a difference in the world and make a difference in people's life. But they need to put their own needs on the side, their own ego, their own selfishness, their own tension on the side in order to be able to achieve that goal. They will reach this fulfillment when they will be able to put on the side their own needs. Then they can make an important contribution to the world and to the progress of humanity. They're very, very capable to do that. Very capable. Accepting a partner as an equal and not look down at the partner. The partner of a North Node Aquarius, of an Aquarius people, they should be accepted as equal. Same power, same tension, same problem, and same quality. Everything is equal, and they work together, and they know how to help each other, to put each other up another level and upgrade each other to the next level. It's very important for the North Node Aquarius to know how to help others on a one-on-one level. North Node Aquarius and Aquarius people, they know how to help the whole world. They know and they are capable to help the whole world, but they are not capable to help one-on-one. It's very difficult for them to face one-on-one emotions, patterns, blockage, problem. It's very difficult. They can give you solutions for the whole world, for the whole humanity. On the humanitarian level, they are excellent. On the one-on-one level, they need to learn how to deal with that and how to treat the partner on a very equal level. Silencing your ego and practicing humility and modesty, that's really the task of a North Node Aquarius, right? No ego. Of course, it's very difficult. We need the ego, but when we use the ego in order to grow and to help others, not when we use the ego to destroy others. The healthy ego is good when we use it to help others. It's like we see someone's achievement and we say, not by jealousy, oh, why him and not me? He said, no, I want to do the same. I want to do even better. I want to help even better and bigger. And to make more people available to the Kabbalah knowledge, for example, or to this to the spirituality, or to help people in their life or in their problem. To value freedom, they need to value freedom and honesty over applause and statue, right? Past life, it's applause, statue, ego, put on the pedestal. This life, it's modesty and humility and, being under the radar, basically, and doing the stuff with knowing. Not the whole world needs to know what we're doing. We do behind the scene. That's the best for the North Node Aquarius or Aquarius people. And, the result will speak on themselves. They don't need to be out there like the Leo counterpart, the South Node in Leo. I am here. It's me. I originate all of this change. I am the king. I am this and I am that. No, to be on the other side, under the radar, and do the work backstage. And really you will achieve a lot more than to be in the front line. Learning to think strategically. There is time to make decisions and time to develop dreams, and not to be influenced by others' opinion also, like past life Leo, because they want to be perfect. They want to impress the whole world. They want everyone and to control everyone's word by saying he's the best, he's doing the best, he's doing the most, he's giving the most help, he's doing the most good things and this and that. It's not, again, it will not be valued truly as if we are behind the scene and doing silently and with humility and modesty all our stuff. And you should know also that the North Node Aquarius, they truly think that they can change the world, and they truly can. The secret is they can. But what's the secret of that? They cannot alone. They need help. And this is why it's the North Node Aquarius. Leo, they think they can change the world and then do it alone. That's why they cannot succeed. But with help, like Aquarius. Aquarius is the group. It's masses of people. It's humanity. It's humanitarian concept. It's like no, everyone is equal. No one is richer than the other one in Aquarius world, right? It's all equal. So that's what the Aquarius mentality that we need to have with the North Node Aquarius, and we can achieve our greatest goals in this life and our greatest karma in this life also. Aquarius is called the month of Shvat in the Kabbalistic calendar, right? Shvat, which is the 11th month of the lunar calendar, and it's ruled by the planet Saturn, right? Saturn. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. In Arabic, Aquarius means Dli, which means the bucket, meaning the bucket. Bucket is the sign, and it's represented by the water bearer. So water is mercy, water is abundance, right? It's mercy, abundance, blessing. Aquarius do give all that. The abundance, the blessing, but once he put his own ego on the side and his own selfishness on the side, Aquarius can be the most sharing person in the world, like the water bearer, like the sign explain everything. Water is the symbol of mercy, of purification also, and that's what this month is all about. This month of Aquarius, the energy of appeasing the world, calming the world, and the sign of abundance. So we want really to connect to this blessing this month of abundance, of mercy, of appeasing, of really being out there for others and sharing and really helping truly from the heart. Aquarius follow Capricorn in the zodiac sign, and they both ruled by the sign of Saturn, by the planet of Saturn, right? Interesting enough, because Capricorn is completely the opposite of Aquarius. Aquarius, the number one, like my husband is Aquarius, right? So the number one rule for my husband is there is no rule, right? For Saturn, the number one rule is there is a rule. They're completely opposite, and yet they are ruled by the same planet. There is, of course, explanation about it, which I don't want to get into that now, but there is a lot of explanation about it. Nothing is by coincidence. The light, the creator, the planet were created with a perfect order and a perfect system that if we tune into the meaning of each that, it's mind-blowing, always. Aquarius is the most, and North Node Aquarius people, they are the most stubborn people of the zodiac, right? Try to convince Aquarius of something else that his idea. Good luck about it, right? After a few years, I'm trained with my husband, so sometimes I succeed to make him change idea. But it's very difficult for an Aquarius and for North Node Aquarius to really change idea, because they are very, very extremely stubborn. They hate, literally I use the word hate because this is their feeling. They hate structures, especially in marriage and business. It's very difficult unless the Aquarius is very spiritual and understand that physical structure it's nothing, because the real freedom is inside us. Unless that, for an Aquarius, it's a very difficult structure. Marriage or business or life or family, it's very difficult for them to go through those structures. In Kabbalah, we celebrate also the month of Aquarius. We celebrate, there is 4 New Year in Kabbalah, right? We have the human New Year, which is Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, right? We have the zodiac New Year, which is in March, April, which is the head of the lunar month, the lunar calendar, the lunar year, and we have the head also of all the plant and the kingdom of the plant, which is the 15th in the lunar calendar, the 15th of the month. With this year, it's falling on Monday, 17th of January, and I will give also, which is the full moon, the 15th of the month, remember, is the full moon. It's to be Shvat, we call it the 15th of the month of Shvat. Shvat represents Aquarius, is the new year of the kingdom of plants, which is really, really amazing to know. What does that mean? And the powerful, new year that we have in the month of Aquarius. So this is it for this month of Aquarius, right? We go as we do usually for the 72 name of God. So what's the name of the 72 name of God for this month? And guess what? Aleph Nun Yud. Big picture. Why? Because it's Aquarius, big thing to think, big picture. No, Aquarius, spiritual or not, they have usually 99% of them, and 99% of people that have the North Node in Aquarius, they have the big picture vision, and that's why they are good in it. So Aleph Nun Yud, the 72 name, which represent big picture. This name raised the awareness of the long-term effect of your action. Think. Big picture is not to think big outside of the box only, it's also to think what's the consequences of your action, what's the repercussion of your action. When you throw a stone, the ricochet, how do you say in English? On the water, right? The stone bounce and go as far as they can go, right? And what's the repercussions of all those actions that we plant the seed now? So North Node Aquarius people, or people that have a very big impact of Aquarius in their chart, think also that big picture means what's the repercussion of our action and of our doing, right? Good or bad, doesn't matter. But what's the repercussion of our doing? The angel of the month. So Gabriel is the angel of this month of Aquarius, of the sign of Aquarius. Ask him help, understanding the physical world and the requirement of living living in it as you complete the correction. So we want to meditate on the angel Gabriel and ask him those requirements, ask him this help to make us understand how to live in this world and to correct all the correction, all the blockage that we have and we bring from past life. And the last part, the part of the body that represents Aquarius, and obviously is the circulation, the blood circulation, the blood vessel, and the hypertension. That's what represent the signs of Aquarius. And to finish this class, usually with a workshop, a little exercise, please, at your home, mark, take a paper and a pencil like I like to do all the time, and mark 5 fears that blocking you. 5 fears that not letting you moving on to the next level. And this is the time to find a solution for them and how to overcome them, knowing all those attributes of Aquarius, knowing how that this month we can overcome our deepest fear and our deepest blockages from past life, because Aquarius has no limit. The mantra for Aquarius is the impossible become possible. When the Aquarius truly put his eyes on a goal, nothing can stop him. Nothing. But unfortunately, sometimes the goal is the wrong one. So we need to make sure that we have the right goal, the spiritual goal in our life, how to overcome the karma. And please write 5 points about your fears. What kind of big fears do you have that you are aware of? Can be a physical fear, can be a spiritual, can be emotional, like someone like the North Node Aquarius. They have irrational fear of having children. This is a big fear. Write it down if you have something like that, and how do you want to overcome it. And please text me and send me your fear and your responses in my Instagram at Ruth Nahmias _UK. I would love to hear your fears and what you think, how you love and how you want to overcome them.